7:09 p.m. July 14th, 2008, day 15, I believe. For some reason I can't keep the days straight in my head. That's my cat behind me, as I spoke about earlier. But the topic of this video is compulsive overeating or binge eating disorder. I've recently watched a couple of videos where the director, the author of that video, describes their experiences. It's funny in a way. I guess it's not funny, but most of these people are overweight at worst, not obese. I wish I had that problem. I wish I had a metabolism, because I do experience these same symptoms, but for me, gosh, it's really, unless I'm completely insane, I am over 350 pounds, so I'm having some very severe consequences of this disorder. Some of the symptoms: you eat much more quickly than usual during binge episodes. That's the first out of 5. That's actually the one I don't think that I experience. I'm more of a quantity eater than a speed eater. I could consume 10,000 calories over the course of the day without really breaking a sweat. When it comes to sitting down and just cramming food in my mouth like Kobayashi or the speed eaters you see on TV, I would get my butt beat in that type of contest. I just cannot eat that fast. It's not comfortable for me to eat. But if it came to a marathon of eating, ooh, yeah, I would be a force to be reckoned with. I'm probably in the 99th percentile in that way. Very skilled in the endurance eating. I could probably eat the entire day, always having food in hand. It's almost like I'm bragging about it, but I'm well conditioned in that way. So the very first symptom, whatever you would call it, I don't think I experienced that. Eat until you are uncomfortably full is number 2. Absolutely. 75% of the time I eat until I'm stuffed. I eat until I get the hiccups. I eat until I have to go to the bathroom. I eat until I'm sick. And the moment that sickness goes away, I feel like I'm hungry again. I think that's a problem a lot of overweight people have. Not truly having a good understanding of what full is. Like I said, if I'm not sick, if I don't have a hard bloated stomach, I think I'm hungry again. It could be an hour later, and by all accounts, what I'm feeling at that point in time, most other people would consider a feeling of satiety, a feeling of not wanting to go and eat more. But for me, I'm not sick. I am able to eat more now. Let's go and munch on something, and I do that all day. Especially when I'm home by myself. I keep busy throughout the day, so I'm not eating all the time, but when I get home, I'm constantly snacking on something. Eat large amounts of food even when you are not really hungry. I just spoke about that. I don't know what hunger really feels like. I very rarely allow myself to get to that point, and I definitely don't have a good understanding of what full feels like. I don't know when to stop. Eat alone because you are embarrassed about the amount of food that you eat. My eye's twitching, and it's irritating me. I don't think I experienced that 4th symptom. I'm embarrassed about my appearance. I suppose in the back of my mind, if I were eating, ribs and I had barbecue sauce all over my fingers and mouth, and I was sitting at a table with friends who were, at a normal weight, I would probably think that in the back of their heads that they're thinking, oh my God, look at this, look at Joe, he's obese, he's on the verge of, keeling over from a heart attack, and he's sitting here pounding down barbecue ribs. I suppose it would be on par with, walking by an 80-year-old woman hooked up to an oxygen tank and she's still smoking a cigarette. It's like, lady, take a hint. You need to stop. And I think that people probably think that about me, but it hasn't really forced me to go into hiding. So I don't think I really experienced that one either. Next, number 5, feeling disgusted, depressed, or guilty after overeating. Not immediately. The excitement of going to get the food is fantastic. It's something I enjoy, that urge to get the food. Knowing you're going to be eating a very large meal soon, it's something that I look forward to. Afterwards, I guess I just feel satisfied. I feel for a few moments I'm not hungry anymore, so it's a comfortable feeling. Later though, a couple days later, but for me, since I overeat so often, I guess there's really no time in between. I don't really have time to dwell on it, but me making this video is an indication that I am disgusted. I've said directly about my body. I'm disgusted with how I look. I'm disgusted about a lot of the things that I do. So, do I feel guilty or ashamed right afterwards? No, but the entire product as a whole, I realize is not an enviable thing. It's not something I look back on and smile about. See, I just ate a large meal. I'm belching. I'm so full. But it's starting to subside, so I probably will go into the kitchen to grab something else here soon. So 3.5 out of 5 I experienced, so I guess you could call me a binge eater. Having worked in psych for a couple of years ago, I hate to attach a diagnosis, especially a self-diagnosis, to myself, because I'm not experiencing 2 of these things, but seeing that most of the people who are compulsive overeaters experience those, I might be prone to having those things manifest in myself. I hate to attach a title or a term to it. Like I said, having worked in psych, having known dozens of schizophrenics and people with, varying degrees of bipolar disorder, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, etc., etc. A lot of those people are very smart and they've done the research. And whereas before they may have only been experiencing a couple of the symptoms, but they research it online and they see the full, scope of what they could be experiencing, and those things just pop up out of nowhere. They manifest those symptoms within themselves. So I hate to attach a title to it. I don't see what benefit you could experience by accepting, by admitting that you're a compulsive overeater. I don't know, maybe that's me being stubborn or not fully embracing it. I don't know, but I'm not owned by that disorder. To this point, I have butted heads with it and failed, but I am cautiously optimistic that when I put my mind to it, I will, overcome. I have accomplished many things in my life. I'm so confident in so many ways. So, I will not let binge eating disorder defeat me. So the other people many videos on YouTube, who are experiencing these same things, good luck to you. Don't, take these symptoms or take this diagnosis to heart too much. This is our vice, and many people have overcome many vices, and we can too. If it helps you to get in touch with other people who are experiencing these things, more power to you. I hope it helps. I've just publicly proclaimed that I am, so anyone who would like to speak about it, feel free to comment this video or make a video response or PM, etc., etc. Be more than happy to talk about it, and we can sort of continue on this path together. I got about 10 seconds left. I may update again tonight. Thanks to the subscribers, thanks to the watchers, and until next time.